Anyway, let's get this going. I saw this on TikTok, and then somebody sent this to me. It's about Doja Cat and Sam Hyde. I'm curious, man. It's a little wild to me. Apparently, she was wearing a Sam Hyde T-shirt, which is very interesting. I'm going to assume she doesn't know too much of the lore. I don't really either. I mean, Sam Hyde seems like an edgy guy. I feel like he's annoying for harassing iDubbbz, but I'm not going to lie. I come across some of his TikToks and I get a little giggle. Um, so yeah, man, I guess she's just chilling. She's just wearing a new aesthetic. So let's see what we got here.
Cat, as I'm sure all of Doja Cat, as I'm sure all of you know, is like one of the most famous artists in the world. She's got 12 million subscribers here on YouTube. If I look up Doja Cat on Spotify, she currently has 76 million monthly listeners. So she's like actual pop star.
She's been going off in general. Like, I think the last thing that happened, I looked at it too, was that she was mad. Like, her fans were upset with her because she said that she didn't care about her fans. But I agreed with her. She was just like, yo, I don't know you. Like, I don't love you. And she's like, I can't believe that she's betraying us. We're the reason she's famous. And it's like, I mean, yes and no. Like, yeah, you watching her gives her fame, but then also she's the one that makes the music that you like. It's not like you're just like in love with Doja Cat. You're not listening to her as a burden to yourself. You're not listening to Doja Cat as a burden. You're not like, oh, Doja Cat, I hate this, but I gotta endure. No, you like her. You like her stuff, and I like her more now. I like her more ever since she's told her fans that she didn't like them, because it's funny and it's true. And there are some weird boundaries that get crossed on the internet, and I understand. So I like Doja Cat. I don't care.
Or like the Weekend tier status, Post Malone status. She's up there, okay? She's getting an insane amount of monthly listeners. She's extremely famous. I mean, just for a little context, she has more monthly listeners on Spotify than Kanye West. Damn. Kanye has 58 million and Doja Cat has 76. So she's super, super famous. And apparently she's a Sam.
She made a weird name for her fans and then said they're weirdos for being named that. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't care. I really just don't care. I'm not really. I'm shitting and farting my pants over it. Okay, cool. I don't care. I don't care. She probably thinks that they're weird.
Hyde fan.
Dressed like a little boy, playing peekaboo. Whoever told you it was funny, he was geeking food.
Now, a lot of people from sort of my side of the internet have been saying, like, well, we could have seen this coming from this and this and that. As someone who's not really familiar with Doja Cat, I could not have seen this coming. But this news came because she made an Instagram post with this picture yesterday, as of me recording this. Here we have a pop-based tweet that says,
she probably bought that at like a convenience store, at like a Goodwill, and she was just like, this is a fun thing.
Doja Cat deletes and reposts cropped photo after being called out for wearing a shirt of alleged neo-Nazi comedian Sam Hyde. I wonder if they're alleging him of being a neo-Nazi, or if the allegation is that he's a comedian. But
a little shade thrown there. I think that a lot of it comes from what, like, he donated money to like a really bad guy. I don't even know the specific. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the guy. I just don't really. I'm not a huge fan of the dude. Sometimes he gives me a chuckle, but I don't really care that much to be like super invested into it, to be honest with you.
Here we have her right there with the classic Sam Hyde shooter shirt. This is from
She probably has the same TikTok as I do. It's a super edgy TikTok.
The video from like 2015 where he and Charles are shooting guns together. I think it's called like Jon Stewart Comedy Stephen Colbert or something like that. I think it was on the $1 Million Extreme 2 channel back in the day. But she posted this yesterday. I could hardly believe my eyes. And then she took it down and reposted it, cropped over here. So here she says, dumpster. And then here she...
The only reason why I feel like she doesn't know exactly who Sam Hyde is because why would she remove the picture then? You know what I mean? Why would she take it down? I mean, if she knew who he was, I imagine she'd be prepped for the backlash. Unless she was trying to generate controversy around her name to get some of her views up. But that, I don't know, maybe. I mean, that's possible. Because there's no way she wouldn't have realized there was going to be backlash. Or maybe her and Sam Hyde are dating now, and that was like a way to tease everybody. That would be fucking wild. Could you imagine Sam Hyde and Doja Cat started? I could legitimately ship them together. Oh what the hell? Whoa! There's some good boots, man. Epic drop. That's fucking wild.
Reposted it, but she reposted it with a bunch of emojis. This is her response. The emojis are her response, so I guess she's like being a little sly. But obviously Doja Cat is an extremely mainstream and famous celebrity. As soon as people found out she had anything to do with Sam Hyde, she got in deep shit. When I say deep shit, I mean, like, people on Twitter are mad at her. Is this actually going to amount to any, like, material harm to her brand or any, like, loss of money? No, it's not. Her label's not going to drop her or anything for wearing a t-shirt.
You probably not, but it is possible, potentially, theoretically, she could get so much heat on this, and people on Twitter could be so annoying that it could give her an issue, but it probably wouldn't. I also feel like, again, nobody cares. The people complaining about Doja Cat, they still listen to her. They don't care. Like, they're like, I hate this. And then you listen to her song because they're good. They're interesting. They're fun. Like, you don't really care. You just want something to bitch about. If anything, it makes you love her more. Because now it's like, oh, Doja Cat did another bad thing. You're such a bad person. You get to feel good about bitching and moaning about Doja Cat, even though you don't really care. And then you get to still listen to her music. So you get to feel fulfilled in multiple different ways. Like, none of you people actually are going to stop listening to Doja Cat. Because I'm not. Oh, she said she didn't like her fans. Good. Why would she? She said that she doesn't love her fans. Okay, good. She doesn't know. Oh, she said this name for her fans was weird. Good. Okay, probably is. Oh, she made that name up. Oh, maybe. I don't care. Oh, she's hanging out with a neo-Nazi. Or she has a neo-Nazi shirt, a shirt of a neo-Nazi. Oh, pfft. All right. I mean, that's not good. But I don't listen to her for her fucking political takes. It's not like it's Oliver Wilde. You know? And last time she got a controversy, she broke all her previous streaming records. There you go. She's doing it. She's probably trying to get the reaction out of it. So, hey, who gives a damn, you know?
Especially because, like, I mean, Doja Cat is a woman of color, as far as I'm aware. So, like, it's kind of ridiculous to call her, you know, a white supremacist or whatever. But right now, that's what a lot of people are doing. They're really mad at her. Here we have this person, which I'm pretty sure is trolling. This guy says, I've heard about him.
Well, I mean, Fuentes is Hispanic, and he's still, you know, a white supremacist. So.
And he was accused of getting away with mass murder shooting, but I don't know if it's true. And this is like a narrative that's being posted a lot. A lot of people are saying that she posted a photo with a mass shooter or a photo of her wearing a shirt of a mass shooter. I think these are people that don't know who Sam Hyde is or have only vaguely heard of him. And now they think that he is actually, like, you know, the perpetrator of a mass tragedy, which obviously is a hoax that's happened a few times back in the day with news articles and different outlets reporting that, oh, Sam Hyde did this. He's the suspected shooter, because people on 4chan think it's funny to troll and say that it's him. Here we have this person saying,
leave that white man.
Because Doja is currently dating a white guy. And Doja says he's f***ing me as I type this. So clearly she does not care to she does not care to give.
That's fucking base, dude. What are you talking about? That's base as hell.
Into these people. And why should she, right? Like,
you would want a partner like that. Oh, leave that man for whatever reason. Be like, fuck you. That's what you want to hear. That's what makes her a good partner.
Just posting a picture of herself with a funny shirt on. There's no responsibility she needs to take for anything. She's not like a political activist. She's not like a speaker or anything like that on, like, world issues. She's a musician.
I mean, it's in line with her. She's just fucking crazy right now. Like, that's in line with her character to just do weird, dumb, provocative shit. And again, it's probably just for money anyway.
So obviously, musicians are complicated people. Sometimes they may like stuff that you don't like or agree with, and one of those things may be Sam Hyde. And the idea that, like, Sam Hyde is like this super obscure thing that, like, you have to really be in the know to know about. I mean, Sam is like one of the most searched people on the internet of the past few years.
Shit,
he's extremely famous. There's no doubt in my mind that Joe Rogan and Mr. Beast know who Sam Hyde is. Now, they probably won't collab with him ever. They probably won't do a podcast with him or whatever. Because
I could see Joe Rogan doing a podcast with him. Maybe. Possible. But
is a little bit too controversial for them, I would say, but they definitely know who he is. Everybody knows his name. Fish Tank was massive, okay? Fish Tank was huge. The streams he was doing on YouTube, he was like the second most super chatted streamer on YouTube at the time he was streaming. Like, there's no doubt that Sam Hyde is a cultural mover and shaker, okay, in today's landscape. So the idea that Doja Cat in particular is a fan, like a lot of people say, it's not that surprising. To me, it is surprising, but you have to keep in mind with celebrities, like, these are real people. And what does the average person spend a lot of their time doing? Watching YouTube, going on TikTok, going on Instagram, going on Twitter. Even some of them go on 4chan, and so Doja Cat may be one of those people. But just like any other person, like, she
also, let's be honest here. I'm not trying to be rude, but Doja Cat seems like the kind of girl that likes racist white dick, you know? I mean, I get it. You know, it's like a kink at that point. I think. I feel like it is. Like, I like to be stepped on. I like to be suffocated a little bit. So I like big bitches, you know? If you have a degradation thing, Doja, you know, maybe you'd like kind of maybe you'd want a guy that's kind of racist. I don't know. Let's be real.
She can have very different tastes from you. She can have very different likes and wants. She can have a lot of free time sometimes when she's on tour, probably, I imagine, when she doesn't have a lot to do, to just like go and watch YouTube. And apparently one of the things she's been watching is Sam Hyde videos, okay? She's watching World Peace. This person, I don't really know who this is. On Some Pack says, imagine being a pick-me for incels. Like Doja Cat's really trying her best to be canceled and unfamous again just so she can get back to those racial chat rooms full time. Now, as far as racial chat rooms, the thing that this person's referencing, I believe, is this. Here we have an article from the BBC from 2020. It says, Doja Cat denies stripping for white supremacists and using racist insults. Pop star Doja Cat has denied taking part in racist conversations online and apologized for a song that appeared to mock victims of police brutality. The star took to Instagram to address several accusations, including the suggestion she had stripped for white supremacists in a video.
Accusations, more like whack-cusations, because that shit is whack, brother.
Chat room. While she called that allegation 100% incorrect, the star admitted to dumb behavior in her past. I'm sorry if I hurt you or made you feel in any way upset, she told fans. She seems to be kind of not really caring how she makes people feel nowadays. Maybe that was just like a PR statement she made, but I'm personally of the opinion that like you shouldn't have to apologize to like anyone for hurting their feelings online. Like if somebody gets mad at you for something you did privately, you're under no obligation to like feel bad. Like they went out
of course not, but I mean then it comes down to, you know, in some instances you not addressing something could potentially have a negative impact on you. But I feel like for the most part, it doesn't. I mean, for the most part, I feel like there's times where you need to address stuff, but there's also most of the time you don't really need to address anything. There's nothing productive that's going to come out of it, unfortunately. This is the thing. If it was productive to address some kind of controversy you're in, then I could understand why people would address it more. But the reality is it's like never productive. No, it's never going to be enough for people. People are a lot of times are just looking to like talk about it. Like me, I'm one of those I'm a goblin. I'm just looking to talk about your controversy. I don't care. You responding is just another video I get to make, you know? So I feel like I'm going to be more honest about my interpretation of what's happening. But most people are looking to just be ravenous dogs. Like no one's going to take an apology and be like, oh my God, you're right. You know what? They changed. They're going to come up with some fucking dumb pseudo-intellectual bullshit garbage as to why your apology is invalid. They're going to like change the entire narrative. They're not going to care, or they're going to maintain their narrative. They're going to like shift it's just stupid. You know, it's hard to reason with people. So addressing every controversy, in my opinion, is kind of dumb, especially since not everything is that big of a deal. Everybody's gonna make fucking mistakes. People make mistakes daily. I don't respond to every fucking mistake I make. Okay, I pissed all over the toilet seat. You think I told my wife I'm sorry? I cleaned it up, most of it, and I moved about my day. It is what it is. So
another way to be offended by something you did that you didn't even want them to see. Now, keep in mind, this is a little different. I mean, she's accused of stripping for racists online. I don't really know if that's real, but I've seen no evidence to confirm that allegation, and I doubt the BBC has included the stripping video for us to see. The controversy was triggered by the emergence of an old song under the title "Didn't Do Nothing," a term used to disparage black victims of police brutality. Wait, she made a song called "Didn't Do Nothing"? How did I not know this, dude? That is kind of like she was watching some Mr. Medicare back in the day, I guess. So Doja Cat Didn't Do Nothing lyrics, reaction/review. I bet that guy did not like that song. So I'm black. The song is in no way offensive unless you want it to be. The message of the chorus is that black people can make bank and be innocent regardless of how you refer to us. If you guys would read the lyrics of the song, you'll see she's not mocking the term or black people. She's talking about what people have called her. She's trying to make a spin of sorts on that term. I think people are taking the song the wrong way. So it seems like people weren't even that mad at the song. I just don't give a shit. Like I just feel like we're part of the public outrage train. I mean, my capacity for caring about stuff is diminished exponentially. I feel like back in the day I would have been like, oh, I should look at the song and see if it actually is like fucking blah, blah. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like there's so much outrage machine. Like you get so sucked up into the online outrage farming machine, it's not even fucking worth it, you know? So. Really just journalists blowing the portion because they love to do that. Some people have claimed the lyrics referred to Sandra Bland, a black woman who died in police custody in Texas in 2015, although Dlamini, which I think is Doja Cat's real name, never mentioned her by name in the song. Subsequently, footage began to circulate of the singer participating in a video chat room on the site Tiny Chat. She was on Tiny Chat? Bro, that's ancient lore! Making comments to men who were reportedly members of the alt-right/incel community. How did they know that they were part of the incel community? If she was just doing webcam fucking something for money, hey, get your bag, sister. What the fuck you want me to tell you, bro? If I knew I could make money flashing my dick at a bunch of fucking gay guys, I would be all over that shit, dude. So, what the fuck? I don't care. Like, okay. I assume this is the video I'm supposed to be looking at. Where is she? Where is she? Is she in the middle? Is this her?
Sunk a dunker, you can be anybody. Why didn't you want to know what I learned today, man? Why you have to focus in on the beautiful lady? With another comment. I learned that we could have been anybody. Hey, ADD, you look Arabic. Are you?
On some video site, talking to racists and laughing at their racist jokes, talked about not wanting to be black, but at least she's thick. Okay. Whatever, dude.
I learned that we could have been an F-buddy. What? ADD, has anybody ever told you that you look Arabic?
Is anything even going on in this video?
Bro, I wonder, you know, here's my thing. I wonder if everybody complaining about Doja Cat and all like the dumb stuff she did, like, oh, she said she didn't like her fans, and like, oh, she wore a bad t-shirt, and oh, you know, all this other stuff like Sam Hyde and like all the webcam foot stuff and all the. I wonder, like, do you think that you're maybe just contributing to people's like woke fatigue? I feel like people are just tired of it. Like, okay, yeah, somebody did like a bad thing. They're just tired of it. It's boring. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Move on. You know, we're getting to a point now where people are going to get less. They're going to get more and more desensitized. They're going to care less and less about stuff because you're just hitting them with like woke fatigue. Everything is a problem. Everything is outrage. I don't want to be outraged all the time. It's not fun. Who wants to be stressed out all the time? Oh my God, I'm not really that concerned with people's bad behavior, unless it's like really bad. We all engage in bad behavior. I'm not really like that concerned with it anymore. It's not good, but like, I don't have the mental energy to deal with it anymore. I don't care. Like, I can't be offended every day. It's too much for me.
It seems like relatively innocent.
Would you feed a tube into my hat, a funnel at the end, and pour all types of liquor down there?
Is that her? That must be her. What did she used to do and say on there? She used to be there all the time chilling, smoking. I read some stuff about her being friends with racist
Did my fucking thing stop recording?
users and saying the N-word. Wait, okay, what race is Doja Cat? Doja Cat race. Doja Cat's biracial, embodying both her South African and Jewish American heritages. Wait, I thought South African like black, right? Is she black? What race is Doja Cat? Why did I think she was black? Can she not say the N-word? Is this illegal for her to say? Yeah, she was cool with people in Red Pill, which was for racist trolls herself. She was cool with people in Red Pill. She used to show her dildo on cam. She stripped for my homie who was one of those trolls. I don't judge her though. I was today years old when I found out Doja Cat was stripping for alt-right incels and making fun of black men on their racist tiny chats. Like, girl, we have some questions we need answered. I don't see who cares about any of this. Like, did she actually do anything wrong? Like, okay, she stripped a few years ago on video chat.
Has she really done anything that's worse than some of the stuff that we did? You know what I mean? I used to run around the house and I used to try to put my dick in everything. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I mean, I feel like as a man, as a boy, really at the time, you know, there's nothing to put, you know, girls they get to run around the house and go, look, a hairbrush, look, a potato, or look, an onion, look, a cucumber. I got nothing, dude. I got nothing. So, I don't even care.
For some 4chan people, am I really supposed to like be mad about this? She's a music artist. Like, I'm not holding her to like some crazy moral standard. If she does something horrible where she like abuses someone, I mean, that's one thing, but she's like in a weird chat room, I don't really care. Subsequently, video footage began to circulate of the singer participating in the video chat room site TinyChat, which we just saw. In a statement posted to her Instagram on Sunday night, she tried to put the videos into context. I've used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. I shouldn't have been on some of those chat room sites, but I personally have never been involved in any racist conversations. I'm sorry to everyone I offended. The singer, whose father is South African actor Dumisani Dlamini. Let's see her dad. Okay, so this is her dad. Why do they say identifies as black? Like, she is half black, no? Is this not a black man? Am I missing something here? Went on to say she identified as a black woman and that she was very proud of where she
came. It's like some dumb woke speak where they're like, oh, they identify as a black woman. If anything, it's supposed to down. That article sounds like if anything, that article seems to be speaking almost disparagingly and questioning her like blackness. They're like, she identifies as a black woman. They're trying to make it seem like, you know, that maybe she's not really one. That's what it seems like to me. It's supposed to be an invalidating of her experience or something.
Came from. She confessed to writing the song Didn't Do Nothing, describing it as a response to people who often use that term to hurt me. However, now she accepts it was a bad decision to use the term in my music. I feel like you just don't have to apologize to these people. You didn't actually do anything. Like, you just made a song. Hours after publishing her statement, the singer took to Instagram Live, describing the text as an edited piece from me and the people I work with, promising to use her live stream to address the controversy in detail. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Who cares? Who cares? But obviously people are digging this stuff back up right now because, well, they don't like that she's wearing a Sam Hyde shirt. So now everything from her past is like fair game, basically, to call her.
Well, they're gonna do all of it every single time something happens. It's just an excuse to talk about everything. That's all it really boils down to. So
a racist incel pick me, basically. And I feel like she's not really trying to be a racist incel pick me. I feel like she's just trying to post a picture in the
I think
shirt
she's just doing a little trolling, man. I don't know.
that she likes. Is it that big of a deal? We can't afford to give high-profile celebrities the benefit of the doubt while fascism is fascism really on the rise, bro? Is fascism really on the rise?
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, realistically speaking, when you have, like, the president calling for a fucking... like, when you have the president, well, a former president saying things like, we need to censor the fucking media that speaks negatively about me in some capacity, and encouraging January 6th riots and shit. Like, yeah, you could probably argue a little bit of that. But, I mean, I think that things have been somewhat stable. I don't think that Doja Cat is having an impact on what's actually going on in the world. She's just chilling.
I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not. I feel like these people live in a fantasy land. We need to stop trivializing Doja Cat's conduct as edginess and be clear that she's a Nazi sympathizer. I wonder how history books will look in 100-ish years from now. They'll think you're all stupid. Idiots, dude.
True.
History books in 100 years.
Imagine people making it into these history books. That would be fucking something else, man.
We'll talk about how every Twitter user is...
Whoa!
Rent is due for all of you people, okay?
Hey!
You have the same guy posting this meme. Yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure he was trolling. It says, old MDE fan. Here we have good old Elliot, I guess, or rather bad old Elliot. I never even noticed, is this guy always in this picture? Here we have Adam Lanza, and here we have one of the Columbine bros. Here we have new MDE fan. We have like some Karomi stuff and like an e-girl posing. We got Doja Cat.
Well, I mean, I feel like they're better than the other guys, those pieces of shit, so, you know, sure, whatever.
Some other girls, I guess. Basically just showing that like the Sam Hyde fan base has shifted from being kind of like underground, only being appreciated by like schizo white dudes, to being appreciated by pretty much everyone under the sun. I mean, he's blowing up, he's going mainstream. Once again, like pretty crazy that Doja Cat of all people, like one of the most famous artists in the world.
Doja Cat, our fascist queen. True, so true, dude. Listen, it doesn't matter. Wherever Doja Cat goes, I'm following. I do not care. And the more she says that she doesn't like me, the more I'm going to like her. That's all it really boils down to. I don't give a shit.
World is signal boosting Sam Hyde. The fact that this is Doja Cat's reaction to getting called out for wearing a shirt with a neo-Nazi on it after knowingly purchasing and willingly wearing it. You don't walk into a store and buy a shirt with a neo-Nazi on it. It's something you actively seek out, by the way. I mean, I
don't think so. I think she might have seen it at a fucking thrift store and said, "This is funny," and that's it. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yes, but do you guys even know who Sam Hyde is? Do you guys think he's like a political activist? Like back in 2016, undoubtedly, okay, there's no way you can argue with the fact that he was not sort of in those far right circles, okay? There's no arguing with that. Some people will cope about that, but he definitely was. But like, he's just a comedian now.
Well, I mean, if he was in the far right circles at 2016, he probably is now. He might have dialed it down a little bit to maybe slowly try to nudge himself into the mainstream, but like, yeah, if you're admitting he's not far right circles, then he is like far right. But again, I still don't care. Like, I still don't really give a shit about Doja Cat wearing a fucking shirt. I don't care. Is it bad? Probably. I don't care. I got woke fatigue. I'm over it.
Now, like he really is just a comedian. Am I supposed to say that Doja Cat is racist because she wears a shirt from a comedian that she likes? I would say no. And also, the reason she's responding this way is because she doesn't really care what you guys think. Like, she doesn't have to care what losers on Twitter who spend all day.
Well, that's probably what it is too. She might be doing it just because she's like, you know what, fuck you. I want to tell you guys to fuck off because I hate my audience because they're just so obnoxious and preachy. So
typing bullshit, don't actually have real jobs, care. She's a multi-millionaire. She probably has $30 million in her bank. Why would she have to care about what
30 milli, baby
slasher with an Olivia Rodrigo profile pic thinks? Is she doesn't. She doesn't have to care. And that's why she's mocking you guys with these little emojis, okay? This person who has a Drake profile picture, kind of a fruity, zesty Drake profile picture, says, I'm over Doja Cat's antics. She's literally wearing a t-shirt.
Didn't Drake try to fuck around with like a Billy Bobby Brown? What the fuck? How are you going to be a Drake supporter and then not support Doja Cat? It's weird as hell, dog.
Presenting a mass shooter. This is the picture of the alleged shooter at Stoneman Douglas High School. The suspect's name is Sam Hyde. Why are people still falling for this? Like, do they just have like no brain? Like, you can't do one Google search to figure out this is fake. Obviously, this guy is not the person.
Yeah, the guy who actually did it was this guy named Jordy. His name was Jordy. He's the real culprit. He's the real fucking guy who did it.
Perpetrator in a mass homicide.
I feel like that's pretty. You? No, I don't hate you guys because I've already done I think I've done a decent job of conditioning my audience to not give a shit about dumb bullshit. And I've also made you guys aware that like if you complain to me, I'm going to listen to it, but I'm ultimately not going to care if I disagree. So I don't really give a fuck.
Easy to figure out, but these people's like brains are just melting into the floor. Now, we also have this Insider article from Insider.com, the most trusted source.
Yeah,
Doja
my
Cat's
favorite
being
source.
slammed online after wearing a t-shirt featuring a comedian with links to the alt-right and neo-Nazism. Representatives for Doja Cat did not respond to a request for comment for Insider made outside of normal working hours. Yeah, why would they want to respond to you? Nobody gives a f Insider thinks, okay? Newsflash, nobody gives a shit. Hyde co-wrote $1 Million Extreme Presents World Peace, a sketch comedy show that premiered on Adult Swim. Pitchfork reported that the show was canceled after one season following criticism that it promoted racism and sexism and shared bigoted views. In 2017,
If it was canceled back then for that, it must have been bad.
Hyde also pledged $5,000 for the legal defense of the founder of the Daily Stormer website, a neo-Nazi publication. I mean, that's not good. That one is not good. I don't know what else to say. That's not good. But I also feel like she can wear his shirt. Girl, get it together. This isn't cute or funny. One user wrote on Instagram, I think she wants her career to end. Another user posted to X, formerly known as Twitter. I feel like these people ascribe way more meaning to their words and like their influence than actually exists. Like they think they actually shape public discourse. Nobody cares what people on Twitter think. Okay, it does not matter. It's not going to affect her brand deals.
I mean, they do have an impact, but at the same time, they don't have an impact. It's one of those things where the only impact that Twitter has on things is the impact that we give Twitter by listening to Twitter. And so the more that you make a joke out of and mock Twitter, the less of an impact it's going to have, especially with Elon like destroying the platform. At least that's my understanding. So, whatever.
Sponsorships. Her label's not going to drop her. She's Doja Cat, okay? She has 76 million
She's
monthly
a talking
listeners on
fucking
Spotify.
cat.
If you look up her name on Spotify, okay, her like most popular songs have billions of plays, okay?
I
1
still
billion
listen to
plays on multiple songs.
I listened to her in the car today when I went out for a drive. So,
Why would she care what you
I don't give a
think
fuck.
about anything? She doesn't have to care.
and you want to know why I did? Because I was like, oh shit, Doja Cat. I remember her again. Because it was in my fucking brain because people try to cancel her. Like I wasn't listening to like in spite of people. I was just like, oh shit, I remember her. You know. So she's probably just doing it to keep herself going.
mean nothing. You're just a little whining, annoying bitch on Twitter who cries. That's all you people are. You're nothing. And ironically, by getting mad about this, you're only giving more attention to it and probably making Sam Hyde even more famous than he was already. Now, here we have this account called Stainful, who I'm mutuals with. Apparently, I don't know if this is real. Apparently, she messaged him and said MDE never dies, which is like, is this real? Is this actually a real thing? Lotan says, is this fact or cap? And this guy says fact. I don't know. I don't know if this is real. This seems fake to me, but if it is real, that's super
I wouldn't really fucking.
crazy. The emotional abuse allegations surrounding Doja Cat's boyfriend. So this is like an older article about
Oh yeah, I remember looking at that. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember I didn't care. So
her boyfriend, which is like people from the people of color community are blaming her white boyfriend for getting her into Sam Hyde.
It's the BIPOC community. Excuse me. Isn't it interesting? They're blaming her boyfriend for it. They're not even giving her as a black woman agency to make her own fucking decisions. They're blaming her boyfriend. Who's the real racist?
Basically, he's had like accusations of emotional manipulation. I don't even know what that means. I honestly cannot be to read this Rolling Stone.
It just means these accusations of being a typical fucking man. I mean, let's be real. Let's just be real, dude. Oh, accusations of him being emotionally controlling or blah, blah. Yeah, typical men, bro. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, okay, I'm not. You shouldn't do that, but whatever, dude.
An article, and that's like now being tied into this whole thing is like part of the situation. It's like, oh, Doja Cat has a white boyfriend, her man ruining her, but also she racist
stinky.
AF now, right? That's kind of the messaging being pushed here, and ultimately none of this stuff's going to mean anything. None of it's actually going to go anywhere. It's just going to be people crying about stuff that ultimately doesn't really matter. But if you go here, we can see Sam Hyde tweeted out extremely hyper. Is this a slur? Can I say that word out loud? Whatever that is, the F up right now. He actually put this shirt on sale for the first time in a few years. I think this shirt has been like out of print for like years and years, and now it's for sale again as a result of the Doja Cat thing. I mean, these people are just going to make Sam Hyde a bunch of money, basically, right? That's what they're going to do. If you go to his site, sure enough, yep, the shirt's for sale, $38. Like, obviously, they're going to make a serious bag off this. 3,000 likes on this tweet. If you see a bot selling fake merch, please be kind of report it. Yeah, so obviously, like, this has only made him a bunch of money, right? And ultimately, this is just going to promote other projects that Sam's working on, like Fish Tank, which Fish Tank Season 1 was really good, by the way. That was great. Obviously, Jet is going to be doing Fish Tank Season 2 pretty soon. I believe it goes live in December, and here they're actually raising money for like a company. They raised
I guess this is just like a fucking plug for this now.
it's almost $700,000 in just a few days for this company that they're doing, the fish tank company. I guess they're planning for it to be like a 10-year project. Overall, like whatever you think about Sam Hyde's past, like undoubtedly you cannot deny that in like 2016, there was some crazy political stuff going on. Okay, Sam Hyde was definitely connected to the alt-right. Okay, you cannot deny that. But like, I think that if you want to separate the art from the artist, and you can like separate that a little bit and just enjoy the stuff he does.
Well, his art is like really edgy humor, and he's alt-right. You probably can't separate the art and the artist. I just don't give that much of a shit though. It's not really. I don't think it's like our #1 issue, to be honest with you. How about if you're upset that Sam Hyde's popular because he's like connected to the alt-right and he makes really edgy comedy? Why don't some of you fucking progressives get funnier? Oh, Sam Hyde's pulling boys to the alt-right. Oh God, he's pulling boys to the alt-right. What are we gonna do? Be funnier. Be funnier. Like, be funnier. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's what it boils down to. You know, you want people to go towards your direction. Be funny. Be somebody that's not fucking annoying and be funny. Make jokes. Make people laugh. Stop complaining about everything.
I think there's nothing wrong with that. And like Doja Cat wearing his shirt should not matter to anyone. Okay,
it matters to me because I do not want her wearing a shirt. If you know what I'm saying.
The only people it should matter to are Sam Hyde fans who are like hyped that he's getting more attention. This should not matter to anyone, bro. Nobody should care about this. So yeah, that's about gonna wrap up what I had to say for today. One thing I find pretty funny about this is like with all the people who are inspired by Sam Hyde, like let's say iDubbbz and Ethan Klein, for example, like they're kind of on the same level as Sam is now, right? Like they're pretty famous on YouTube. They have mainstream connections. Obviously, they're both friends with Joji or, you know, Filthy Frank or whatever. But even on top of that, I mean, Post Malone is like friends with Ethan Klein. Oliver Tree, who's a famous artist, is friends with Ethan Klein. And then you have Sam Hyde, who's being shouted out by like Doja Cat, basically, right? She's signal boosting him a little bit. She's shouting him out. Like both of these people had very different paths. Sam was like off YouTube for a while on Gumroad recording videos. They were like, you know, a little bit schizo in his truck talking about life advice stuff. Ethan Klein, meanwhile, was killing it on YouTube at the same time. And like here we are years later, and like the end result is like they're both kind of just in the same place. We're not the same place. I mean, obviously.
I get what you're saying. Two paths converging. Beautiful stuff.
Sam has a more loyal fan base because he does stuff that's a lot more impressive than doing like a podcast every week. He's doing World Peace 2. He's doing Fish Tank 2. There's a lot of stuff going on. He's doing Mondo Megabits. So obviously he's like got sort of a more cult fan base than someone like Ethan Klein. But you know, regardless, like he managed to claw his way back into the mainstream after being completely shunned after being canceled off of Adult Swim, and now he's like back on top, getting like a ton of money, getting a ton of new fans.
Yeah, that's true. Don't forget about like his the iDubbbz stuff. Yeah, I mean, he was like an asshole to iDubbbz's wife. They complaining, saying that iDubbbz's wife ruined him. Like, that's just like childish shit. Same people are like, oh, Doja Cat's white boyfriend got her into this stuff. Is the same people that complain about iDubbbz's wife. Like, I'm not a particularly big fan of iDubbbz. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. I didn't like his response to his controversy, making such a big deal out of it. It's like, yeah, he changed and he became less edgy, and I respect that. But then he like, all my content was bad. But it's kind of like, it's like, okay, woe is fucking me on this. You know, it's like a weakness that comes with that. That's hard to respect. But like, you know, you shouldn't be harassing him and his wife. I think that's like, so to me, that's a big aspect of being a man, is not harassing people's wives. You know, hot take, right? So.
Being shouted out by famous artists. It's a weird world we live in, to be honest, man. Honestly, back when he got canceled around 2016, I thought he was done. I thought we would never see mainstream Sam Hyde again. I thought he fell off and that was it. But since like 2021 and onwards, he's just been climbing and climbing and climbing.
Back, baby.
Seems like we're kind of in a new era of Sam Hyde, a renaissance of Sam Hyde content where he's really blowing up, and it's pretty crazy to see. Anyway, that's about going to wrap up this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Be sure to leave some comments down below letting me know what you think. And if you liked this video, consider becoming a member. For $5 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts, unreleased videos, and the members-only Minecraft server. Thanks so much to all of my YouTube members who fund my content.
Cool video. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of agree. I don't really give a fuck about what's going on with Sam. Like, it's really not that deep, in my opinion. So, whatever.